Hidden in plain sight, the Caribbean island of Cuba is a key chess piece in the high-stakes game of international espionage. Once a battleground for Soviet spies during the Cold War, the island now plays host to a new player, China. With cutting-edge technology and growing influence, Beijing's intelligence activities in Cuba reveal a strategic ambition that reaches far beyond the island's shores. Today, we decode the secret signals and examine the rising threat just 90 miles from the United States. Cuba's geography has always been its most strategic asset. Sitting at the crossroads of the Caribbean and the Atlantic Ocean, the island is uniquely positioned to monitor the southeastern United States, a region teeming with critical military and economic infrastructure. From Cape Canaveral's space launches to the bustling Miami financial district, Cuba's location offers unparalleled access to sensitive communications and operations. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union capitalized on this advantage, establishing the Lord's Signals Intelligence Complex, their largest foreign espionage site. Today, history is repeating itself. This time, it's China, not the Soviet Union, utilizing Cuba's proximity to gather intelligence on its greatest geopolitical rival. China's intelligence gathering operations are part of a much larger strategy. Over the past 2 decades, Beijing has aggressively expanded its global footprint, establishing surveillance networks in strategic regions. From the South China Sea to Africa, and now the Western Hemisphere, China is building an intelligence empire. The People's Liberation Army and state-backed tech giants like Huawei and ZTE are at the heart of this expansion. In Africa, Chinese-built infrastructure doubles as surveillance hubs. In Latin America, Beijing's economic and political influence paves the way for intelligence operations. Cuba is not just another outpost. It represents a pivotal foothold in the Americas, allowing China to monitor the United States and its allies like never before. Modern espionage is no longer about cloak-and-dagger intrigue. Today, intelligence gathering happens invisibly through signals, intelligence, or SIGINT. This involves intercepting electronic communications, radar emissions, and satellite signals. Circularly disposed antenna arrays, or CDAAs, are capable of monitoring signals across 360 degrees, making them indispensable for tracking high-frequency communications. Dish antennas are ideal for intercepting satellite communications and radar signals. ELINT and space tracking systems are used to monitor missile launches, spacecraft, and satellite operations. By positioning SIGINT equipment in Cuba, China can intercept US communications, monitor military exercises, and track satellite movements over the Americas. Using satellite imagery and open-source intelligence, researchers have identified 4 major sites in Cuba likely linked to Chinese operations. Each facility has unique capabilities and strategic significance. Beijing, the legacy spy hub, the largest SIGINT site known for its historical ties to Soviet intelligence. It features a newly constructed radome potentially housing advanced radar or ELINT systems. El Salao, the new power player, a massive CDAA site under construction near Santiago de Cuba. Its strategic location is in proximity to Naval Station Guantanamo Bay. The site has capabilities of tracking signals up to 8,000 nautical miles away. Wajay, the growing complex. This is a smaller but rapidly expanding facility near Havana, focusing on terrestrial signal interception. Calabazar, the space monitor, home to dish antennas likely used for space tracking and satellite monitoring. Why should Washington be concerned? The answer lies in what China could achieve with even limited access to these Cuban facilities. Key threats: military intelligence, monitoring US missile tests, naval movements, and military exercises. Space race, observing SpaceX launches and NASA operations to gain insights into cutting-edge space technologies. Economic espionage, intercepting commercial communications from critical industries like aerospace and biotech. Even encrypted communications are not immune. Metadata such as frequency, origin, and volume can reveal patterns and vulnerabilities. China's presence in Cuba goes far beyond intelligence gathering. Beijing is deeply entrenched in the island's economy, technology, and military. Billions in debt relief and investments have made China a crucial ally for Cuba's struggling economy. Huawei and ZTE control Cuba's telecom networks, raising concerns about data security. There are regular exchanges between the PLA and Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces, with reports of illicit Chinese arms shipments, including intercepted munitions in 2015. China's growing influence in Cuba is a wake-up call for the United States and its allies. While China's presence may be covert for now, its long-term ambitions could reshape the balance of power in the Western Hemisphere. There is a call to action to strengthen regional alliances to counter Beijing's influence, invest in counter-espionage and cybersecurity measures, and address the economic and political instability that makes nations vulnerable to Chinese leverage. The secret signals emanating from Cuba are not just about surveillance. They are signals of a shifting global order. As the shadow of espionage darkens over the Caribbean, the United States faces a critical challenge. The question is not just what China is doing now, but what it plans to do next. The time to act is now, before these signals turn into a much louder warning.